You see, manifesting should be very mindful, very demure, okay? Keep it simple, keep it light. Hi, my name is Sage. I am your spiritual ascension and manifestation mentor, and I also make candle rituals with my husband. We just got married. Do you see it? I make candle rituals with my husband. We have helped so many people manifest their desires. Obviously, I teach you how to do it. You don't need me at all. But if you want a little help, if you don't feel like waiting or you're still trying to figure it out, I make candle rituals for you. So I'll leave it down in the link below, whether you want to do reconciliation, a third party removal, or money, whatever your intention might be, we can help. Now that that's out the way, we are going to be talking about abundance. How to stay within the energy of abundance. The misconception with manifestation is thinking that we have to be in this state in order to create something in our reality or make it manifest in reality. But I'm going to challenge you here and say that it's actually a reversal process. You know, and I know you know, and if you don't know, then you're hearing it now. Everything already exist. Everything is already created. And often people say that what you want also wants you. And that is because since that thing already exists, you are merely just aligning yourself with the frequency of the thing that you want, or the version of yourself that has that thing. How do you align your vibration to what you want? Well, if everything already exists, that means that you are already that frequency. You are already vibrating at that thing. You just have think of it as kind of like a piece of rubber stuck to your energy. That rubber represents rubber. That block of rubber acts as an inhibitor for energy to move through appropriately. Okay, so that inhibitor could be things like feeling like I'm not worthy, or I don't deserve this, or I have to work super hard. The list goes on in the programs that we picked up from a very young age, right? But my point is it's not about how can I create this thing because it already exists. It's about removing the things that are keeping you from being in that vibration. Your vibration isn't something that you have to learn to raise. It's already high. And I hope catch that little perspective shift there. Because if you are already there, if you're already perfect, then all you have to say is like, okay, well, how am I in my own way? Because I'm already God. I'm already the creator. In what ways have I convinced myself or bought into the notions that I'm not perfect? You can affirm for what you want. And typically that works if you don't have that rubber block, that inhibitor for that frequency. But for a lot of people, they get frustrated because they're affirming for what they want and it's not happening. And they're like, what the fuck? You know? The trick is, if you're going to affirm, if you're going to do the 369 method, if you're going to visualize, do things that are related to self-concept. Now, what is self-concept in my terms? Self-concept to me is remembering who you are, knowing thyself. Everything you do when you work on your self-concept should come from a place of, I am God, I am perfect, just as I am. You can do things like I am confident or I am worthy, I am enough, but why take that long scenic route when if you want to just get straight to the core of the thing, if you know that you're God and you're perfect and you can do no wrong in your eyes and that everything happens for a reason and that you're never outside of unconditional love because you are the unconditional love, then that should have a trickle effect down to, well, why wouldn't I be worthy? Of course I'm worthy. I'm God. Of course, it's normal for me to be confident. I'm perfect because I'm God. If you can't say to yourself that you are perfect just as you are, and some kind of programming pops up of like, oh, well, how can I be perfect? No one's perfect. You know, that is the number one sign that you have some sort of programming that is getting in the way of your divinity identity. Now let's intertwine this with abundance. This has been my personal experience as well as other people that I've spoken to. You can get to a point when your self-concept is like, okay, I fully acknowledge that I'm God, that I'm the goddess, that I'm source, whatever fancies your fancy. And you can still have certain programs around abundance, because if you have been brought up all your life thinking that scarcity was the way that life functions, that's a deep-rooted program to get around. And you can see yourself as worthy and enough, but still have that, oh, but like abundance though, money though, I'm not used to having all of that. What you have to do is realize is that abundance is in so many things. My partner actually taught me this. We were at Five Guys, right? And he ordered all these fries. And I told him, you shouldn't order all these fries because there's too many fries. You're not going to be able to eat them all. And he looked at me and he said, it's not too many fries. It's an abundance of fries. And I was like, you're sure right, because what's wrong with having extra fries? It's reason, I'm going on a tangent, but it's reason of thinking like it's too many fries. I need to finish them all for the reason of like why people don't have a healthy relationship with food. Oh my God, I'm having a realization now about how we low-key subconsciously don't let ourselves have more than what we need. And food, our relationship with food is often an indicator of our relationship with money. I'm not saying this is the case for a lot of people, but I guarantee you some of you don't like to waste food because you have a program of how, like, if you waste food, you're a bad person, or that it's shameful, or some sort of negative connotation. And I want you, if you feel that way, think about your relationship with money. Are you the type of person that always has just enough to get by? When you start to realize that the universe is abundance and that a lot of the relationships we have are just lessons or reflections of that abundance, whether it's how can you receive love abundantly? Do you have an abundant relationship with food? Do you recognize that you have an abundance of oxygen in the air? And this last point is what really taught me about abundance. I noticed that whenever I'm feeling stressed about money, like if I just spent way more at the grocery store than I thought it would be, and now I'm at the checkout and the checkout is X amount of money, I hold my breath. As a matter of fact, anytime that we're feeling stressed, we hold our breath. And when I realized that I was holding my breath as I was feeling tense, I immediately breathed in. And then I thought about how I never have to wonder if air is going to be there. It's always there. There is such an abundance of air around me that whenever I need to take a breath, I can. And then I compared the relationship of air to love, and I realized that I can experience as much love as I want to. It's directly proportional to how much I let myself take in that love and how much I give it. So the nature of love, which is also the frequency of the universe, is that flow. Hello, infinity symbol. It's give and take. It's an exchange, right? And so then I thought of air. In order for me to breathe in oxygen, I might expose myself with my knowledge. When I breathe in oxygen, I then breathe out carbon dioxide, right? And we know that trees create the oxygen. We breathe that in, we breathe out carbon dioxide, and trees use that to make more oxygen. Again, it's that infinity symbol. And so then I was like, what if money is the same way, right? Because we have money to just express a form of gratitude. It's like a thank you for whatever we're buying. It's an exchange. So if air is always there, if love is always there, then that means money is always there. And just as whenever I hold my breath and I'm like, oh shit, I should breathe in, and it's there, money is the same way if I allow myself to have that perspective. Air, if you breathe it in, and you don't breathe it out, it's very uncomfortable. Likewise, if you just exhale, but you don't breathe in, that is also uncomfortable. So let's compare that to money. If I'm always hoarding my money and I don't want to spend it, I don't want to exhale it out, it creates an uncomfortable energy because that's not how money is supposed to function, just like that's not how breathing and air is supposed to function. And if I'm constantly giving money, but I'm not allowing myself to receive it, uncomfortable. And so when I made that switch, because literally anytime I feel any kind of negative emotion around money, I notice that I'm not breathing deeply, that I'm holding my breath. And as soon as I take that air in, I say to myself, just like breath, money is always there. And I'm telling y'all, if there was something I ever needed to tell y'all about money, it's that. Because not only am I reminding, am I affirming, but I'm teaching my body to feel relaxed when I think about money. It's layered. It's levels to it. Catch what I'm telling you guys. I really want y'all to hear this because it's just energy. It's just perspective. It's just story. Program is story. Okay? So I hope this video was helpful. Let me know what you think. If there's anything you'd want me to cover, leave a comment down below. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.